time for us to welcome home heroes whose journey began not with a first step, but with a diagnosis, whose challenge was not just how will I walk 60 miles in 3 days, but how will I face what breast cancer brings. Although burdened with a diagnosis, they refuse to be defined by a disease, and their victory is so much greater than a finish line. Having fought the battle of breast cancer, they had every right to move on, move past, and never look back. And yet they chose to be with us here these 3 days and to cut a path of inspiration through our own doubts and fears. And for that, we will forever be in awe, forever in debt, and forever grateful for their life, their love, and their example. Ladies and gentlemen, will you please welcome home your Dallas-Fort Worth Breast Cancer 3-Day for the Cure survivors. And its days are numbered, not yours. Thank you, survivors. Thank you, crew. And thank you, walkers. Will you please now welcome to the stage Karen White from Susan G. Komen for the Cure.
Are you ready? Oh, come on, do you really want to know? More than $7 million! Just awesome. You know, Susan G. Komen for the Cure was started 28 years ago with one woman's promise that her sister's battle against breast cancer would not be in vain. Today, at the end of all those long miles through Dallas-Fort Worth, you've helped keep that promise, and we thank you for that. At Susan G. Komen for the Cure, we're dedicated to ending breast cancer forever. At every stage it occurs, everywhere in the world, for women and for men. As the largest breast cancer charity in the world, Komen for the Cure has played a role in every major advance in the fight against breast cancer. Since 1982, we've invested $1.5 billion with a B dollars in the fight against breast cancer. And despite ongoing economic challenges, Komen this year alone announced another $59 million in research grants around the world, and you're helping us do that. And though together we've traveled far, we have even further to go. In the next 25 years, without a cure, more than 11 million women and men around the world could die from breast cancer. But that's not the journey's end that we seek. Together, we've all made a promise. We've made a promise never to give up this fight, because we all share the same belief that everyone deserves a lifetime. Thanks to your commitment, thanks to events like the Susan G. Komen 3-Day for the Cure, we are going to reach our ultimate destination, a world without breast cancer. So thank you for all you've done, for how far you've gone, and we look forward to seeing you next year, right? It was a maybe.
Walkers, survivors, and crew members. Each and every one of you truly have been pink warriors over these last 3 days. With courage and conviction, you have honored this cause beautifully. With your joys and with your sorrows, you have touched the lives of those next to you and the lives of thousands more to come. The spirit of compassion and hope that you feel, along with your aching knees and your throbbing feet, make you a champion of this cause. Because of your boldness, you speak for the voiceless. And because of your strength, you stand for the weakened. You lift the spirits of those around you and the millions more who long for encouragement. You are nothing short of amazing. Now think back. Think back to that moment that changed you forever. To that moment when you decided, 3 days, 60 miles, I can do this. And how it felt when you committed to that greater good. Think back to that person that you pictured in your mind and in your heart when that decision came. Who was it who inspired you to give so much of yourself? Who gave you the strength you never knew existed to accept this challenge? Who kept you moving forward so that we can bring an end to this disease? Because that person and that special moment when you said yes to this quest has carried you over the months and over the miles. Today, some of those sources of inspiration are joining us here on stage. Mothers, daughters, sisters, and friends. They represent all of our heroes and the inspiration for you to become heroes to us all. Now please turn your attention to the center stage. Just 3 days ago, we stood at the opening ceremony, staring ahead to the 60 miles that lay between us and this moment. And though there were times when the strain of each step challenged your resolve to continue, you did not waver from your goal. With every mile, you evoke the memory of those we have loved and cherished and lost to breast cancer. The spirit of those heroes is present here today in the circle of our survivors. Hand in hand, our survivors embody our hope for the future. They display incredible courage, inspirational patience, and unyielding optimism. In the survivor circle and in the spirit of all of our survivors, we see that life really is a great adventure to be be savored and explored, and in the end, to be lived. Our survivors stand with us today as we mark the end of this 3-day journey. And together, we show the world the time has come for breast cancer to be brought to its knees. We now raise the final flag of the Dallas-Fort Worth 3-Day for the Cure. Like mountain climbers who plant their flags to symbolize their attainment of the summit, this flag is proof that we were here, living, breathing, and shouting with every step. We will never give up. We will never give up. We will never give up.
Superman came, shooting down dragons from her little red wagon. Keep the back of her face.